when you're in the service industry, right? You're providing a service, you're building relationships. How many other career paths do you build more meaningful relationships
Right.
than assisting with people's children?
Right.
I mean, you're already gaining their trust. They trust their children with you. Why wouldn't they trust to buy a home?
Welcome to the Your Peak Life podcast. Let's conquer the summit of life and reach the apex of our potential.
Welcome to another episode of Your Peak Life podcast. Today, we have the honor of having Nicole Glocker with us.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing? Thank you for having me, guys.
Thanks for coming. We
Sure
appreciate you. Nicole, I just wanted to just tell you, I love your energy. That's one thing. A lot of people looking at the podcast, they're not going to be able to kind of feel that energy. But that's just something I appreciate from you.
Nicole is spicy in a good way.
Yes, she is.
Especially for her clients.
Yep.
Thank you. I like the compliment. I like to have good energy.
Awesome.
It feels good.
Good. Tell us a little so for people who don't know who you are, give us a little quick, brief history on who you are and how many years you've been in the business, those types of things.
Certainly. Well, I'm Nicole Glocker. I've been a realtor now for approaching 11 years.
Nice.
I've been with Iron Valley coming on my second year. I work 100% by referral. My business is maintained completely relationship, not transactional.
Right.
I build my business completely on relationships. I like to work until my clients get results. And mother of 4 children.
Nice.
Completely busy, crazy life. But my goodness, I'm so abundantly blessed.
Yep.
Awesome. So 4 of your children, you got 4 kids.
Yeah.
Is Paul your oldest?
Paul's my oldest.
Paul's your oldest. And we all know Paul just because Paul's a lender locally and he's around a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's part of a great company with
He
the
is.
broker.
Certainly.
And he's the one, I've seen all your kids throughout, right? But he's the one that kind of, I instantly think, Paul, Nicole, for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't even think you had any other kids.
You didn't- yeah. Well, they say that too.
I would agree with them.
Yeah. So Paul is he is a loan officer locally with the broker. Graduated from East Carolina University, finance degree. Went and worked in Charlotte, back behind the scenes of a mortgage company with Rocket Mortgage.
Okay.
Kind of climbed his way up the back way, entry level, became a junior underwriter, then an underwriter. And then one day he said, I want to come front line with you.
Got it.
Complete curveball. Absolutely love it. Love working with him. Of course, I'm open to working with anyone, but we do make a great team to take care of our clients.
Now, you said referral based, and right now, right before we started this, I walked into the office and I saw you making videos for your clients, which was cool.
Yeah.
She's sending these videos out to her, emailing videos out to her clients. And I guess, what are you speaking on?
So I do it once a month. I want to be able to talk to all of them. So how can I do that and maintain my career? So I do a video message from your favorite realtor. So I do have a VIP Facebook page.
Nice.
That is exclusive for clients that have closed deals with me. And you get the honor of being on that page and reaping the benefits if we've done a complete transaction.
Nice.
So I blast it on there, and then I do send it out to my database. And I like to touch on some personal things, about me, about the market, about average market time, anything I can see trending. I try not to get into too much, too deep, but just kind of to always keep them abreast and on the front side of what's going on here in coastal Virginia.
Nice. I love that you share personal things. Because every agent that I've spoken to in the past that does any type of video messaging or any reels that I see, it's real estate market specific and not very personable. So hearing you say it, it just makes sense, right? You building that connection point, you're actually caring about your clients. You want to build a relationship. So showing some vulnerability would be very effective. I can see that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because you had a pretty good client event turnout. I mean, you had the boat there. Was it like 100 people showed up or something like
Yeah, 112 of my clients and their families came out. We enjoyed a day on the boat. We had it catered. It was just a really good time. I had great support from some of my business partners. I wouldn't have ever been able to do that without them.
Right.
So it turned out to be a beautiful day. It was supposed to be dolphin watching, but it ended up being like a boat cruise because the
Right.
ocean was pretty vicious that day. But we had an open bar. We had adult beverages, non-adult beverages, coffee, tea. We had it catered for the children, catered for the adults, and it was just a way for me to give back. Each one left with a little token gift bag, some swag.
Nice.
And you wouldn't believe how many people have never been on a boat.
Oh, shit.
Wow, that's awesome.
Hey.
And you're actually I haven't heard of before your event. I never had someone tell me they had a client appreciation event on a boat. I've heard of masterminds. I've heard of camaraderie building amongst teams, but taking 112 people out, that's impressive.
Yeah, I was pretty blown
112
away.
people show up.
Yes,
Let's just start there anywhere.
correct.
Yeah. So my theory was, where did I want to take my business to a new level this year? And I wanted to be able to do my own client event.
Yep.
Nicole Glocker. I didn't want to plug in. I do like to, connect with businesses in Iron Valley, my title company lender, but I wanted to give back to them for what they've given me. So I wanted to think of an exclusive place that I could just cater to them for a couple hours because they are my VIP.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want them to have to bring anything but themselves and enjoy themselves. So I tried to select something that would be isolated to just myself, my partners, and my clients. And I came up with a boat. And it was a real hit, I have to say. I was a little nervous, but it turned out excellent. And I am looking forward to the next one. I think it's going to be an annual event for me every year.
There you go. We're going to get drone shots and everything next one.
Oh, yeah. It was just amazing. Just so many compliments. People still talking about it, still thanking me.
I'm excited just hearing you talk
Right.
about it.
It was
I actually asked her to put me on her, CC me on her client emails, like take
Yeah.
some tips and tricks from Nicole Glocker.
Yeah, happy to do that.
I got a question for you. So, been in real estate 11 years. What were you doing before this?
Oh, yeah, great question. So a little bit about me. I've always been self-employed
Okay.
because being a mom is the biggest honor I've ever achieved. And I stayed home for 15 years as a child care provider,
Oh,
a
okay.
professional child care provider. I also was a certified birth doula. I assisted women professionally in childbirth.
Wow.
And I did lactation support systems. So my largest clientele for the birth doula was Portsmouth Naval Hospital
Okay.
because that's where I earned my credentials and my hours through volunteer, which is umpteen hours. Because all these women are in Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia. Their spouse or significant other is deployed,
Right.
away for months, and they're going to have their baby. And they have nobody. So you become this woman's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did childcare in my home because I wanted to be with my own children. And then I was also able to somehow multitask being away at the hospital. I did have assistance in my
Got it.
in my childcare business.
We just had Councilman Chris Taylor here. We just interviewed him last week. And that was one of the subjects in Virginia Beach was daycare. So it's so important here in our area, especially like prices are going up.
Hours of operation are a big deal.
Yes, hours of operation. I would say that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
And the wait list.
I mean, have you
right?
ever gone in someone's home to interview for childcare where
Yes.
you're going to leave your most prized possession all day?
Yeah.
I went into one house. It was like you could tell they just moved everything to the side that day for us. And it was not nice. And we're like, oh, and you're trying to be polite about it. It's like, okay, yeah, we'll be in touch. Cool. See you
Yeah.
later.
So my theory behind getting into real estate, which will kind of bring me to this point since you asked me about where I came from, was what are the most important things in people's lives, right? Their health, their children, their money. So it was an honor to be able to help women in a hospital medical setting oh my goodness, I was abundantly blessed with a successful childcare business of 15 years. So how can I incorporate my nurturing with adults with their finances? So that's how it led me to the road to real estate, because I feel that real estate really needs somebody that's caring and nurturing, but knowledgeable, educated, a leader takes the role. So buying a home is obviously one of the biggest decisions in somebody's life. And so is childcare. And so is having children. So that's kind of how it all came together.
There's that mama bear attitude towards your clients. Now I get it. Yes.
You got to take care of them.
So with
Does that make sense?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you get into real estate, and what does that first year look like for you? Was it, I mean, it's totally different setting and career.
Completely different setting.
Yeah.
Completely different
You're
setting.
away from your kids now. How old are your kids at that?
So my kids were in middle school and elementary. They were used to a complete 9-course dinner every night. Now we're having like frozen pizza. They were really overreacting that I wasn't providing dinner any longer. I was working a side job.
Okay.
Because it took me a good, not quite a year, but to earn my first client.
Right.
So my first client was my daughter's kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
My youngest daughter, the last one that I kept in daycare, she had to put an information sheet, what her parents do, and she said, my mom sells houses. The teacher called me. So
crazy.
I was out just trying to promote myself because everyone knew Nicole Glocker is the daycare provider, the baby lover, the lactation supporter. I needed them to know me now as a realtor. So that's how it all started.
Wow.
So-
That's a great story.
Thanks, Edwin.
Like, so because when I look at you, I think of Nicole Glocker, realtor, immediately. You know, there's some
Top producer.
Yeah,
Ain't
like
skipping a
thank
beat.
you.
100%. So, you know, there's some people, you know, when people look at me, I'm sure they think of real estate. It's what I do. It's what I promote. Same with you. I wouldn't have thought you were a lactation specialist or a birth doula. That's pretty badass, right? Like, I haven't heard that before.
Oh, yeah.
Unique story. And it actually makes sense when you're in the service industry, right? You're providing a service, you're building relationships. I mean, how many other career paths do you build more meaningful relationships
Right.
than assisting with people's children?
Right.
I mean, you're already gaining their trust. They trust their children with you. Why wouldn't they trust to buy a home?
Exactly.
I would say you would probably be more apprehensive to have someone watch your child than who is actually representing you to buy a house.
100%. 100%.
So that says a lot about your character and your ability to connect with people. So that's pretty badass.
And then this year, I guess you've talked about it. You know, you've taken, and I'm not saying you weren't watching your career in any way, but like you've taken it up a notch personally, because obviously what people don't see is like every week I get that text, Edgar, I know I'm bugging you, but where do I stand? And you know, you got personal goals this year that you want to meet professionally and personally. You know, where did that come from now? Like you got this new,
So you,
The rejuvenation.
yeah. So, you know, I worked on a team prior to coming here as an individual agent, phenomenal team leader, and goal setting was really important, but I felt like it was more at a group level.
Mm-hmm.
So now Nicole Glocker is really, really fine-tuned with her own performance. There's a lot of achievements I made on a team group level,
Right.
but I want to make them as an individual. I'm perfectly capable of it. So I try to monitor, and when I ask you, I'm always trying to match up my figures with yours to make sure that I'm headed in the right direction. And, you know, this is a very serious career for me, and it's only one way up. So that's why I am really fine-tuning my
no, and
goals.
I mean, it shows that you're going to be super fruitful down the line just because of the client appreciation event. I didn't even know you were sending out those videos out to your clients, which is, you know, who else would have other
Ahead.
thing? You're way ahead. Yeah.
She's ahead.
Oh, I send out every month.
Yeah.
Everything. Something, whether video. Usually they get something. Had
Right.
clients yesterday say, Nicole, we get your stuff every month. We're never going to leave you. I said, okay, well, I just don't want you to forget about me. That's the truth.
But that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Right? Staying top of mind.
Top of
Correct.
mind.
Right? Top of mind, showing your value, showing you care.
Well,
that's the secret.
Well, here's the other thing. When Nicole first got here, she's like, how do you use this Facebook Reels thing? and we would sit there, and work on the Reels, and she would put out her videos and everything. And now I see you in that digital video space, right? Even coming in here, you're a little nervous. It's like, why? This is also, again, just more content for you.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that you're doing it already. And me, he'll tell you, I hate doing this and videotaping myself to do anything. I was showing him I have like 20 takes.
Yeah.
And they're horrible. Like, hi, I just want to talk to you guys and send out this message. Crap. Start over.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Edgar. Crap. Now you're in there.
Oh, I just roll with it. I mean,
Throwing
another
them out
side
there.
note, I did do public speaking in school.
What the heck, man?
So I feel pretty confident speaking, except for when you're put on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hope to see you in Jamaica.
Oh, I would love to go to Jamaica. I've never been to Jamaica.
Neither have we.
We haven't either. I've never been to Jamaica, and I'm looking forward to it.
I would love. I hope I achieve this. I didn't travel for 24 years till I met Jim.
Really?
That would be correct. 24 years.
What was the
And
first place you guys went to?
Cancun.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, we went to Cancun when we first met.
So, what year was this? How long when did you meet Jim? Did you meet him in real estate?
Nope. I met him online.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we need this story. You hear it first at Your Peak Life podcast.
Yep. So let me tell you a little bit about me and Jim, or Jim
Okay.
and I, shall I say. Jim, I went to school with Jim's sister and brother
Okay.
at First Colonial High School. And his sister was a really significant, special woman. Unfortunately, she passed away very young.
Okay.
So it was something that was very prominent in our class year of 1990. You don't forget about somebody like that.
Of course.
Well, Jim comes from a family of 5 siblings, and guess what? They all look alike. So, after years of being separated, I was finally talked into doing some online dating.
Right.
Jim claims he asked me out for 18 months, and I ignored him, which is probably true. But one day, I recognized the face, and I was like, wow, that's the Butler face. They're a really great family. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. Went on a date, and we've been together ever since.
Nice.
So we've been together about 5 years, engaged for almost a little over 2.
Okay.
And he asked me one day, where do you want to go? I think he was just asking me for dinner. I said, I'd like to go to the Caribbean. So we ended up going to Cancun,
Wow.
which is, Mexico, but we wanted to go somewhere.
Yeah. I guess what year was that when you finally went out and
So
traveled?
like 17,
Okay.
17, 18.
Gotcha.
Might be a little bit wrong.
So you convinced Jim to become a real estate professional, I'm assuming.
100%. So Jim is a phenomenal man. Seriously, he is pretty simply perfect to me. Of course, he has his little flaws, but don't we all? So Jim owned and operated a very successful landscaping business for over 25 years. Jim has 4 sons. Each of them would bridge off and have their own little entity.
Okay.
So when I was dating Jim, I really didn't get to see him in the summer because he was working sun up till dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that he had some history with doing his own private investing, flipping. He can really, completely flip a house, truly, himself.
Okay.
Big task, but he doesn't want to do that any longer. So one year for Christmas, I just gave him a briefcase with a paid class to the Alpha School of Real Estate. And I said, why don't you come along and join me? And he was like, I think I will.
Okay.
So I had a pen and a pad of paper and a card holder, everything. And he took the class. Now, he did it while cutting grass. I had to go in the classroom because we learned differently. He ended up working for a different firm for a year. And then he joined me where I was at previously.
Right.
And then we came here together. So we are in our home office constantly.
Nice.
Working together. Definitely have different working systems, but we do complement one another.
I love that story, man. So you gave him a briefcase.
With a gift certificate for a class.
What?
So you know that's
So-
Nicole. That's Nicole right there in a nutshell. Yeah, it wasn't that nice. It was like
Yeah.
you're gonna go take this real
Yeah.
estate
Well,
class.
Nicole's a pimp. That's what that said. That's what that tells me.
I mean, he was just looking really exhausted every day. I mean, you know how
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
I know a landscaping. That's what I did before when I was growing up. My stepfather had a landscaping business, and we did commercial properties. So like,
I'm
city
just
stuff.
Mexican.
Yeah,
I know.
Jim has 4 sons. Jim raised 4 boys. He had a very, very big responsibility to raise this family solely on a landscaping business. So the hustle is real. Mm-hmm. And, he was transitioning to a little bit, he's a little older than I am.
Right.
And I was like, why don't you just, slow it down
It
on the
hurts.
physical side? Yeah, it hurts.
It hurts.
And you're tired.
So do the sons still maintain landscaping companies type
one
of
of his
thing?
sons
One of his
does, yeah.
sons? Man, we need that
No,
contact.
actually, I think two of his sons still do it.
Man, we need those contacts.
Yeah, I'll definitely get you in touch with them.
Definitely. We could 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah, it was just time for him to slow down and make a little bit of a career change.
We're churning into the fourth quarter. What's 2025 looking like for you?
2025 is looking good.
Are you starting to do a business plan?
Oh, I got a business plan. I got a pipeline.
Look at that.
You know what's really big right now for 2025 is my listings. Probably got about 12 right now.
All right.
Starting out, lots of people are moving out of the area. What do you expect, We've got the largest jet base on the East Coast. I love the military clientele here. And several of my, previous clients are relocating. And I'm so blessed and thankful that they're reaching out.
Well, you're doing all this real estating. You're also part of the board for the Realtors Association.
Well, yeah, I'm on the committee right now.
On the committee, I'm sorry.
The Realtor Lawyer Forum, which is my first year, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
That's
It's
great.
so interesting. And I am running for the board of directors. So if I am able to achieve that by my colleagues voting for me, that'll be something else that I add. I'm also in the process of becoming a mentor with the Seton House. So I volunteer with Realtors Have a Heart. And
Love that program.
yeah, it's a really great program. And I was able to one day volunteer there with several Iron Valley folks.
Yep. I'm
Raking
still on all the
leaves.
pictures. Me and Cookie are still on the pictures.
Yeah. And it really touched my heart. Not to get too detailed, but
Right.
I had a pretty unsettling family life and left home at 15. So it's something about what they offer, and I feel that I can most definitely give a little bit of extra love, comfort, and structure to a child. I think
Yeah.
it's ages 5 to 18. So I just finished, the biggest portion was the criminal background check.
Okay.
So it takes quite a bit to get the approval,
Gotcha.
but I'm in the process of that.
Well, we'll make sure to drop the link on
Edgar's
this video.
out.
Edgar's out?
Yeah, he's out.
Okay.
He can't pass a criminal background check. Look at him.
It doesn't. That's the true story. It takes a while.
I'm throwing
I'm
a,
internationally known.
yeah, I throw a jab at him because he's always jabbing at me.
Oh, gosh. No, I don't have any criminal background. I'm doing
Yeah.
good there.
Good.
Well, look, for the voting, I know this video will come out Saturday. I believe the voting ends the
23rd.
23rd. That's a Monday?
Yeah, so it's 10 days. So, yeah, that would be, today's the 13th, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Voting started.
Right.
So
So,
the
we'll make
following
sure I add the
Monday.
link on that. And I guess you started with the committee and then the aspirations. Once you're in there, it's like, I want to go to the board.
Yeah, I mean, I love going to so each committee has forums monthly. Then coming at the end of September 24th, love to see you guys out at the Waterside Marriott.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be
They have
there.
the expo.
100%.
So I
be there.
attended last year, and it was just eye-opening.
Yeah.
Just so nice to finally put a face with names.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's
That
who
was my first
is.
time also.
Yeah,
this year
mine
with you.
too. And then just indulging in all these intelligent business people. So why can't I be a part of it? So
Why not?
really intrigued and enjoy the lawyer committee, the Realtor Lawyer Forum. I love the the group that I'm working with, and I want to stay involved. I want to be able to work at our local level.
Yep.
And so I plugged in.
And I think that's where a lot of the agents miss the mark with the associations, that they literally pay money to join, and they don't go out and actually take advantage of everything that's being provided. Yeah. I myself was doing the Realtors Have a Heart, but I didn't know about the expo and little things like that because I wasn't really paying attention to those newsletters or things like that. And I think agents are just missing a lot. The chili cook-off, great event.
Yeah, that was my first time at chili cook-off, and I'll be honest, oftentimes we catch up trying to produce our business and perform and just working behind the scenes that we don't have time to plug into the chili cook-off or to a class. But I'm definitely making myself do that.
Yep.
Because there's a whole nother world out there.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
With the Realtors Association.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's not only the association, it's also with our agents. I think right now we've been busy, well, me personally, just with the business and sales or whatever. I'm getting kind of doing production again some more, but like going to the agents' open houses, showing up to the agents' personal anything that they're hosting. You know, I miss doing that and showing that support. And I think I hope all the agents watching vote for you, you know.
I hope so too.
Because I know your work ethic and I know you personally, so I think you would be great representative for the realtors out here.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm looking forward. I hope we can do something with the chili cook-off.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
That was fun last year. We
got to come in there representing. I want to go in there.
We didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, we didn't know. We wasn't prepared.
Well, last year, we kind of came in ninth hour. I had never been. It was one
Same.
of the best
Literally
times of my
4
life.
days prior, I think we found out, or like that week.
Correct. And we it was my first time, and last year was my first expo as well.
Yeah, and we had so many people there.
It was great. I try to get involved also this year.
Yeah.
And in the future, I'm going to be involved more.
Yeah.
For sure.
Each day, or each month, I'm just trying to add a little something.
If you could join a committee, which one would it be?
The actual broker committee, which is what I applied for.
Got it.
Nice.
Yep.
11 years here. You're part of the Realtor Association. You're going for that board. Hopefully you'll get it. And then, obviously, you got your fiance.
My fiance.
Right? Like, I know Nicole. When is she going to twist that arm? It's like, hey.
Yeah, I know.
Is it Jamaica, right? Like, put him on one knee?
Yeah, I mean, well, like, he keeps on saying we're going to get married, like, February 31st.
Okay.
But, there's no such thing, right?
Yeah.
It's February 31st.
Yep.
But that's okay. Yeah, I have Nicole Glocker. I have the Realtors Association. I have my beautiful career. I have 4 children, my fiance, and I have a puppy, a dog, a cat.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at. Was like, what does your 5 years look like from now?
Oh, gosh. I feel like I would like to, so I'm trying to work smarter instead of harder.
Yep.
I definitely need some more me time, and not selfishly speaking, but just to be healthy and revive. My daughter's in school for real estate. Actually, she's at ODU. She's getting a real estate degree. So she'll be graduating, and she's coming to work alongside with me.
Nice.
Yeah, she doesn't really know about it all. She thinks she's just stuffing envelopes right now, but she's going to come work with me.
Yep.
So kind of keep that maybe in the business, in the family.
Right. It's a blessing in disguise. What
And
she's
her
learned. She doesn't
energy
even
is
know it.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's really spicy. So
I love to hear that. I love when people bring their children into real estate, because I think that's some of the best duels out there. And bringing in somebody young into the real estate business, it's such a great opportunity.
totally.
If I could have done this at, 2021,
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? You'd be like in Jamaica right now.
I would be.
I
would be. I'll be there February next year.
Well, I'm certainly trying to get there.
Man, you'll be there with us.
I'm going to try to close it in really strong at the end of the year.
Right.
I feel like I got a good crossing the finish line set up for this 2024.
Well, we every time we interview somebody, we always ask them, like, do you have any questions for us? Anything.
I really don't. You guys are always on site. You're always on the scene don't ever have a problem getting connected with either one of you or the other. 17 brokers.
Now.
Yeah. So I always can find, somebody to plug in with or have some questions. I try to figure it out myself. And, you guys your energy is pretty amazing. I look forward to coming here each time I'm in the office. And the only reason I'm not here is if I'm in my other office, which is the car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you're going to change that here soon with your kid.
I know. I need just a partner a little bit to lift the load a little.
You need a Taina.
I know, but you know how people you provide a certain level of care, and it's really hard to find somebody else to do.
You're a micromanager. Yes, just say it.
Yeah, okay, I'm a micromanager. Right.
You're looking at Mr. Micromanage right
That's
here.
you?
What? Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I understand, and it's very difficult. But with your years of experience, right, you're just fast forwarding their career. So eventually, not day one, Tina's been under me since April of last year. And I am at a point to where, I feel comfortable with her having direct conversations with all of our clients and handling stuff. But she's just not at the level of 21 years.
Right.
But she will be. And it gets easier. Like at first, it was very difficult for me to let go anything.
I cannot let go of anything.
Yeah, it takes time and then also execution. Once your child starts executing, then you could release the reins a little bit, but not all the way.
It has a lot to do with our personalities as well,
it does.
Yeah.
I have a hard time letting go of anything like a specific responsibility where it's going to reflect on you, your reputation. And so.
I mean, but you got to at some point. Like you want your time back. That's valuable.
If you want Nicole time, you said it.
Nicole has no time.
Now I want more Nicole time.
Yeah, Jim and I went on 5 cruises last year. I've only been on one this year.
Damn.
Me and Edgar going on one, and
I know.
we're hype.
I keep looking at your ship, the biggest weekend. But I want to go for like a week on that.
Yeah.
3 days is probably going to be way too fast. But
way too fast. We just started watching videos about that ship, and it was like zip lines, pickleball courts,
oh my gosh,
wave pools.
Central Park.
Everything.
What? On a ship? They got a whole Central Park. So
I've
super
been
hyped.
researching that ship. And so we've cruised with Carnival just so many times that the benefits that we have, like, it's very affordable.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
so affordable. We're gonna. Jim used to cruise with Royal Caribbean a lot.
Okay.
So I've been checking out your ship, but I want like 7 days at least.
Yeah, it's different. So I mean, Royal Caribbean. But the ship is just unique.
It's amazing.
So
I wonder if they do back to backs. 3 and 3.
I don't know. I really don't know. And the other perk is they have their own freaking island.
I know.
So that whole island where we stop at, because it's a short cruise. I usually don't get off on the ports.
Yeah, but you can just float at that one their own island.
They got carts bringing it back and forth, so it's super easy. So that was, I think, the greatest. I was telling him, I was like, that was one of the greatest ideas they did.
Are you guys taking your wives, your families?
Yes. It's an ownership trip for the corporate side of Iron Valley.
Mm-hmm. Well deserved.
So
I don't do much without Rebecca.
I know. I like Rebecca.
I don't do my time, and I tell people all the time, it's not that I'm not able to. Rebecca has never once ever told me I couldn't do something, just like I don't tell her what to do. We're both adults. However, if I'm going to have free time, I like being with my wife.
Oh, I like to travel with Jim, too.
I love spending time with her. So if I'm going to do something, it's going to be with her.
Well, right now, the way those trips are set up, and they fall in October, and Cookie's birthday is in October, and our anniversary is in October. So it's kind of like, cool. Like the other year, we went to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, let's go to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, yeah, you guys did.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been there. It was great. Love the city. And this time we're going on a little mini cruise. Yeah, we'll go do that. Why not?
Yeah, that's really nice. And, pretty soon, 2025, we're going to be able to cruise out of Norfolk.
I'm super
Yeah,
excited.
that'll be back.
Because that's a lot. I was looking last night, And that takes that flight time.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
expense
And the
We got to stay
expense.
in a room for a night
Yep.
before we go to the
before
cruise.
and after.
2023 or 22 when my wife retired, we brought her whole her family, her immediate family here, and we went on a cruise for 7 days. I think that was the best investment for a retirement party that we could have done. Because
Yeah.
everybody had a blast. Most of them had never been on a cruise.
Yeah.
And obviously you've done enough to know. I mean, the comedy shows, the silent parties, the
Anything.
casino. We're watching the NBA playoffs out there in the open ocean. Like, that was great
I
compared
agree.
to the military cruises.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah, so I've taken my kids the last few years as well. One time,
Nice.
the older ones want to go to the casino, girls want to go to the spa, teenager wants to go to the camp, the teen camp. I mean, it's awesome. I hope you guys have a good time.
Well,
I'll be
I
thinking about you.
I've been saying that we should have an Iron Valley trip. That should be a trip at some point.
Yeah,
I
like
would say.
whoever wants to go, just
Top performers trip, whatever.
yeah.
We'll see.
Bring it home, man.
Thank you, Nicole, for coming.
Thank you for
I
having me.
learned a lot about you, which I guess I thought I knew you a lot better, but you know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah, I know Nicole very well. I never knew that about you before real estate, so it was a breath of fresh air, and it really makes sense now. I can totally see Nicole, helping out with children and being a birth doula. I can see it now, 100%. So it was great. Please tune in next week. Please subscribe. Please comment below, and please share. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.
See ya.
Thanks.